She was more like the beauty queen from a movie scene. A shadow my what do you mean? I am a one who would dance on the floor in a round. Yeah. You know.
Oh wow, okay. Yeah, that was good. I like that. Words Matter with John Maurice. Hi everybody, welcome to Words Matter with John Maurice. I'm your host, John Maurice. Today we have an amazing show. We have a guest that's going to blow you away. He's coming all the way from Israel. His name is Michael Mori. You are going to, if you don't already know who he is, you will never forget him and you're going to love him. Please welcome to Words Matter with John Maurice, Michael Mori.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate to be here.
Oh, thank you so much for coming. Did I get it right? Mori.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, in my mind, I'm thinking it's a Mori. You know.
Well, that sounds too.
Yeah, I was just like, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming.
Absolutely.
Everybody, this man here is a Michael Jackson impersonator. I would say, for me, the best that I've seen.
Thank you so much.
And I'm just blown away. If you've seen it in the beginning, or we'll show the videos, you got to. Anyway, Michael, welcome.
Thanks.
Welcome.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
Tell me about, number one, that video. It was just amazing.
Right.
What was it like being up on top of that in was it LA?
Yeah, it was like shot in LA on the rooftop. So yeah, I mean, just I had some ideas in terms of like how it should be filmed and how and when like we should like do it in terms of location and time. And yeah, I mean, honestly, I just gave it a go in terms of I just danced, and it was like any kind of like. I didn't set like the choreography for like this video, to be honest.
No,
absolutely not.
So it's just all feeling.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Well, it looked like feeling. It looked like Michael would just be out there doing it. I was just like, holy crap.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Thanks a lot.
How long did it take to shoot?
Well, I think like a couple of days, maybe.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Great editing, because I didn't tell. I thought it was just like shot.
Thank you for the editing.
Did you do the editing?
Yeah.
Very well done.
Thanks a lot.
Wow. I couldn't see any cuts or anything.
Thanks.
Yeah. It's just me. I didn't see it.
It's just you.
No, I'm just saying. Yeah. All I know is my opinion. I didn't see it. I thought it looked perfect.
It's only your point, of course. Yeah.
Definitely. A few days.
Yeah, like it took a couple of days, and but we were like filming maybe about like 2 hours first day, and the second one maybe about an hour and a half. So yeah, I mean.
And you did the same time. Same time the
almost,
day.
Yeah, the same time. Yeah.
So you can get that same effect.
Yep. Yeah.
Wow.
Absolutely. So yeah, we were just trying to do our best, like And in terms of editing, it was pretty much easy because like all the angles, I just like thought them through like like beforehand.
Oh, so you did the directing of it, the angles that you wanted to get.
Yeah, like framing and angles and stuff. So like mostly I was like doing like everything on my own. So I just like needed hands to hold the camera, like and that's mostly it.
What kind of camera?
It was Fujifilm X-T3, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow, it sounds familiar. I don't know cameras like that. It sounds familiar, though.
It's some like a DLC camera. Yeah, it's a Fujifilm camera.
That's nice, though. Great. Was that 6K, 8K, 4K?
6K. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to edit that?
Well, I don't know, like maybe about a day.
Really?
Yeah, like the same day. I mean, several hours.
Okay.
Yeah, because I mean, it was really easy because like there was like nothing much to do in terms of like your own taste, what to place, and that's like mostly it.
Now, out there on the rooftop, did you have a lot of lights, or how did you?
Not at all.
It was just natural.
It's natural. I mean, if we had some light there, it would be even better, honestly, because like there would be, more volume in the picture. So unfortunately, I mean, there are some disadvantages in terms of the way it looks because I know that it could be done better. But
what was amazing? You think you're ever going to try to redo that shoot again, or?
Well, I'm sorry. If I redo that shooting, I think that it's like going to be definitely not at the place it was like
Okay.
filmed, and I think that definitely it's going to be some vocal there as well. Yeah.
Really?
Of course, yeah, because I think that most people are interested. I mean, in both things at the same time. Because like he was like Michael, he was a
Okay.
singer in this, and so yeah, like that.
So would you have Michael's voice or your voice?
My voice as Michael's voice, yeah, like imitating
Your-
his voice, yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So now, do you have that down too? I know that you can dance and but you actually sing and sound like Mike too.
Yeah, I mean, like that's like the first point. I was
Wow.
yeah, first sound like him, and then I was like dancing, but dancing. I mean, like in a more like in a more a serious way, like meaning that
I'm sorry. Now, if you wanted to like rest your arm here, you can just move this forward and just move forward a
fine.
little bit. Yeah, sure.
cool.
Yeah. Adjust yourself, get comfortable.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Yeah, definitely. I don't want you to be uncomfortable. No, please continue.
Yeah, so the thing is that first I started like dancing when I was about 9 years, and so my grandmother like she sent me a videotape of Thriller, and I was 9. Yeah, from Spain. I was like at the like in the Israel like at the moment, and first time I saw like this tape, it was just I don't know, like I just got like completely terrified, and I like wouldn't be able to watch it like for 2 weeks maybe.
Real? Oh, because of the cover.
Yeah,
With
no, I
Thriller.
mean like yeah, like zombies and all this stuff. And I was like extremely, and like he's like turning into a werewolf.
Yeah.
That was just absolutely like devastating moment for me. I was like, what? I mean, really?
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, I'm like, it was revolutionary at that time, but also I'm like, what? When you think about it, like Mike, what were you thinking? And you got where it was scary,
Yeah.
but the kids loved it. So how did that?
So then I just like, I mean, it started like growing on me, and I'm just like, okay, now I can watch like this part, that part, third part, fourth part, and I'm like, okay, like I'm definitely like ready to go right now. I'm ready to try something because I really like dancing. I mean, that's for sure. But you know what? I'll tell you honestly, I like Mike not like because the way he danced or was singing, but mostly the way he looked, the overall image of him, like like his dress, like his style, and all. This
Oh
stuff.
yeah,
Yeah, he was it's like so shiny and like so like
and and it was
Absolutely.
tailored and tapered. It was just
Yes,
everything was excellent.
true.
To where rock and roll at that time was kind of rough, and or Prince would be in panties, and it'd be like
Oh,
it's
yeah.
everything. So Michael was just, I agree with you.
He was on point. Yeah.
He worked in excellence.
Oh yeah. that's
Everything he did.
Absolutely.
From my understanding, I didn't get a chance to work with the man, so I can say
Yeah.
from the outside looking in.
Right.
But I get that.
Yeah, and yeah, so right after that, I mean, I just like started to rehearse, to dance, like to try like this and that, and I just like turned out to be on a stage in some kind of like school performances and stuff, and I was like performing up until maybe 13.
Okay.
And then I just gave up on it because like I had some situation like personal like in family, and that's why I just like had to give up on it for some time. But nonetheless, I was in like a creative peace of mind, so to speak, because like I was still creating. I was doing like my comic books, and I wanted to to get it like this to a magazine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, so you wanted to do what? You wanted to get your comic into a magazine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I was like just trying to.
No, you good.
Okay.
Be comfortable.
My bad.
No, you good.
Oh, yeah, it's all right. It's okay if you ding it every once in a while. It's not going to be
Yeah?
a problem. Yeah,
And
don't about it.
you hear yourself turning it. You hear yourself a
Yeah.
little bit stronger. Yeah, you're
Absolutely.
right. Yeah.
Thanks.
Good. So how did you what kind of comics? That's interesting.
Well, it was like romantic drama, and I was just coming up with a plot. I was just like coming up with characters and drawing them and do all the things, editing. I mean, coloring them, right?
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, and I But then I gave up on this idea about like 2 years ago, 2 years later, and because I mean, there was like a university, like the personal life, like so like it's girls, it's friends, it's like all kind of stuff, and then it like turned out to be 2008, I believe, and something like just woke up in terms of I saw somewhere like his music video, and I was like, okay, like that's cool. That's an interesting feeling that I had when I was a kid.
So,
And-
but when you first got Thriller,
yeah.
you saw the video,
Yeah.
but you saw the dancing. Then you came back to it later, or you had never seen the dancing and you discovered it after?
No, I've seen the dancing. I mean, I learned the dancing and stuff. But the thing is that I was like dancing a lot of his songs and dances, like, and but the thing is that it was up until 13, and then there was a break for 8 or 9 years, I believe.
Adolescence, college, like
Yep.
all the stuff you're saying.
Yep.
Okay, gotcha.
And like then it was like 2008, and right like a year after, so it was like 2009, when he passed away. Yeah, I was just honestly, I really like, I just like didn't believe this moment because it's like everyone, I thought it was the media, it was all kind of like
Oh, okay. You didn't believe it at first.
not at all, sir, absolutely not. I mean,
But they never faked his death before.
yeah, but I mean, it's Michael Jackson.
Yeah, this
And
is
you
disbelief.
just like
I remember sitting
very-
watching the TV just like
Yeah.
for hours. For the rest of the night, when I came on, it was in the afternoon. The rest of the night, it was just
Yeah.
watching the news in disbelief.
Right.
So I get it.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, I mean, this most likely to be not like the lie and stuff, and I'm like, no, but yeah, then like when I like found out that okay, that seems like to be the real deal.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? I mean, yeah, I mean, I was crying honestly. I was crying like that. I really like, I don't like to cry, but that time, I mean,
Greatness
just
is gone
Yeah, it's
from the earth for a minute. We'll never see that
It was just
energy again.
real drama, like it was a real drama, like at that point, because and again, like he was just like going to, to go with like new show, with a new show, and
Oh, that's right.
yeah, and everything like just got entirely destroyed. So I don't know, like it's really sad to be honest, but at the same time, maybe if it like wasn't for the fact of what's happened, I would like never be who I am. Like no, so because right after that, like 2009, so it's like 17, 16 years of performance all over the world. Like because like from 2010, to be more honest, I started to traveling to perform like Korea, Japan. Was invited. Oh yeah, that's like was
That's major.
yeah, like the breaking point was in 2016 when I was invited to America, like for the first time. I was invited on a tribute show by Darren Ross, if I'm not mistaken, and the show was called Michael Jackson: The Invincible,
Okay.
and and right there I met Lavelle Smith Jr., which is he was Michael Jackson, like one of the best friends and the choreographer that sat Smooth Criminal and Dangerous.
Okay.
And honestly, like that was my first time when I got to like America. I didn't know any language at that point, and I'm like, okay, but we can try to work somehow, like maybe because it's like 2 or like 3 weeks, and I have to give 2 shows here. Because they wanted, for whatever reason, to get me like prepared to a show. Yeah, but
They wanted you to get prepared, so it wasn't you doing what you do. They wanted to create your choreography, or
yeah, I mean, they just want first to make sure that they gonna see in the real life the same they saw, yeah, on
Right.
video. And I was right off the bat, just right off the airport. We got to the hotel, and I was like told like from the very first time that well, I mean, we don't have much time right now, like maybe we're gonna like go to a dance studio and you're gonna like show us like what you can do and stuff. And I'm like, I mean, guys,
just
I mean,
landed.
yeah, I mean, like it's 10 hours. I mean, I've been like flying for 10 hours, guys, like maybe we, I didn't tell it, of course, but I'm like, okay, that's, yeah, that interesting.
Yeah, that's they don't think about that.
Yeah.
That's
But you know what? Like it's the industry. That's fine. So here's the stuff that we got to the studio, and honestly, there was a moment when I understand that in Israel or like in other countries, I mean, not maybe Europe because like there are more how to say there are more they can receive more like more different cultural aspects than in some other like places like in Israel maybe or like in Russia maybe, yeah, or like in
you talking
Korea.
being more compassionate.
Well, you can tell that's not the exact word as well. But I'm just like not
Right,
yeah.
or courteous. Like a,
Courteous.
right, like being more understanding. He just
Yeah.
flew 10
Yeah,
hours.
yeah. I
Let's
think
give him some time to rest. We'll see it in the morning.
True.
Okay.
And so the thing is that I mean, Lavelle Smith. I mean, he was the guy that who like really knew who was Michael in terms of like the way like what he was doing, like dancing and singing, because like he was on a stage with him like every like every single time, all three tours, if I'm not mistaken, from the Bad tour up to the History tour. So I mean, like it's a lot. It's 15 years.
Wow. Okay.
And he told that he really like he'd never seen like what he saw
When he saw you.
yeah, but honestly I didn't believe first because I was like thinking that like maybe I don't know, he's just like trying to like play polite and stuff, and I'm like okay, whatever, because I'm not familiar like too much with the culture and with some
Gotcha.
like aspects of it. And I'm like okay. But like there was a moment when he just throw like a little like this like water to me.
Right.
At the moment when I was singing one of Michael's songs, like there was a song like high pitch, and he like throw like the bottle and he like say, "Oh, you
Yeah,
think
you
that-"
better sing. You can say the word if you want.
Yeah, like you think like you're gonna like play around and like you're like goody to hootie and like a goody two shoes and stuff, and like you won't you know but I'm like, well, I mean, yeah, no, he was very very nice, and I was like told things that really just made me to think that maybe I really gonna like go back to America, because I mean some things were noticed that and told that never been like told before, and like there was no reason for him to lie, because
Okay.
they were really interested there like for the show like to be the best at the time, and they I mean were really like solid on this matter. So yeah, you can tell.
And so you got that gig.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Yeah. So what did they say when you went in there after flying 10 hours? What was like? Did you have a chip on your shoulder, like
Well-
or when you went in there and you just did your thing and you blew them away? What were they like after, and knowing this man just traveled and was flying for 10 hours?
Well, I mean, honestly, they didn't think about those 10 hours at all. Yeah, but they really liked what they saw. They just liked it. I mean, everything, like, I mean, like everything is legit and it works. And
That's awesome.
yeah, I mean, they just, wow. I mean, great. They're just like perfect. And they wanted to leave me like in the show, but I just had to go back because I had a lot of things to do, and maybe that was like a little bit of like my mistake at that point, because I got back and for whatever reason I just like felt maybe like in a week that you know what, I don't know why, but something just pulls me back to America. So I just like felt that as if like I'm not home anymore. That like
Oh,
may
wow.
sound pretty strange, like rather strange. But,
No, I understand.
I just felt that I mean, people there can understand me much better and deeper, and I'm just like more relatable in terms of like the way I can convey myself and my thoughts. So, I mean, right after that, for like again for whatever reason, because like that thoughts like didn't even like hit my mind before, but I just thought that maybe I should quit doing Michael and do like something in terms of my own project. So I started doing it, but at the same time, I kept on with Michael as well. Yes.
That pays the bills.
Yeah. True.
So you don't want to just negate that and like, I'm not going to do that.
No,
I'm going
sir.
to do me.
No, sir.
We'll know you from that. Actually, continue with your story because I'm starting to have questions now like, wow, you do music and all this other stuff. But please.
Okay. Got it. I'll just like a couple of words that. Yeah, and well, I wrote my album, and I moved here again, but now in LA, I moved to Los Angeles, and that was like just out of the blue because I didn't know where I'm moving, what I'm doing. I mean, I just wasn't sure about New York because when I was there, like for like those several days, it just seemed to me that it was too move
Too fast
too
paced.
movery, yeah, too
It's a
crazy,
lot of stuff
too crazy.
happening
Yeah.
in the New York. You got to have the right connections.
Yeah, I wasn't just like I wasn't ready for it at all. I mean, absolutely, because
Wow, okay.
at that point, I just mentally and non-mentally, like, however, I just like wasn't ready for New York.
So you left, Spain or Israel. You
Israel,
came
yeah.
to America.
Right.
You was in New York for a while, and you came to LA.
Yep.
Which do you prefer? Which do you like better, New York or LA?
Well, for now, I think that I would opt for New York.
New York, really? Why?
Well, I just think that for me, it would be easier to to bring my message there, and what what I like try to convey my thoughts to people, and I think that I
They get you
sometimes I
there.
just like prefer more like upfront people. Yeah, maybe so. Like that's
New York.
yeah, that's New York for sure.
Get out of the way, bang bang.
Yeah,
And
I'm walking here. Yeah,
Exactly.
So,
What's the matter with
What's
you?
the matter with you?
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I'm born and raised there in Jersey Shore,
Yeah.
the film school in New York in the Village. But
My best friend here, by the way, he's from Jersey, so yeah.
really,
Yeah, his name is
Okay.
Sean.
you know what part?
Honestly, no.
Okay, with the shore, I'm Long Branch.
Okay.
Long Branch, Asbury, Lakewood.
Yeah.
But there's still the shore. Tell them I said what's up. And to everybody out there at the Jersey Shore,
Yeah.
hey, your boy's on now. Nah, I'm just playing. I'm trying. Anyway,
Yeah.
I was always looking to come to LA,
Right.
and I've never got to LA.
Okay.
But then I went from Florida. I was thinking it was either LA or Atlanta. Have you been to Atlanta? Have you experienced
Not
that?
yet, but I would like to go.
I hear that's the new Hollywood,
Yeah.
and everything is being done out of
Yeah.
Atlanta. So I'm like, should I go? So I'm in that in between stage. I'm trying to, like I said, build my catalog, and
Right.
get things and things I want to do. And everybody's saying Atlanta.
You're still thinking about it, or?
I don't. It's anything is possible. That's the key. I don't want to block any of
Possibilities.
my
and
possibilities,
opportunities,
my
yeah.
blessings. You don't know when the next possibility is going to come. So I say yes to possibility. I'm here right now.
All right.
And before it's like I need my structure. I need to have it this way or that way. I'm born and raised Jersey Shore. Then I moved to Florida.
Right.
That fell apart. So then I moved to Vegas. So now it's like I understand that the location doesn't supply my needs.
Okay.
It comes from internal, from within me. So
Okay.
I'm home wherever I'm at.
Oh,
You know, I love the Jersey Shore. I'm home there. I love Florida. That was home. But now it's like Vegas is home. My mother keeps asking me to go to Florida, come back every day. You don't have to pay no money, baby. You come live with me. And then I go, I'm like, Mama, no, Mama. No, Mama. Or she'd say, you come stay with my house. And I'll go and stay with your brother, and then you can save all your money, and then you can build another house. Because she wants me there in Florida. She's getting older.
yeah.
But this is a season where I have to.
But you can tell that, like, you found a place where you never need a lie, and you can be alive, right?
I can be alive, and I can
it's
be
inside of
me.
yours. Yeah.
And I'm
It's inside.
creatively expressing myself
Yeah.
and building my brand and expanding. If I go back to Florida, what's there?
Sure.
I would have to try to create it. I don't know anybody there. I don't have a mat there. So these are my roots right now.
Cool.
Will it always be that? I don't know.
It has to change.
It's always evolving.
Yeah. It has to evolve.
Right.
Yeah, the best word.
So I don't know. Maybe I may have a house here because I love Vegas. I love the 24-hour. I love the lights. This is entertainment.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to talk about me because I don't know. I'm like, he don't know where he wants. Is it coming or going? East Coast, West Coast. I'm confused. I don't know.
Always
if I
a
should do
work in
signs.
progress.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm thinking, as mother gets older,
Right.
she wants to stay in Florida, so maybe go there or move her here. Who knows? But I'm building right now for the future. So everything has to happen in its rightful place and time.
True. Yeah. Yeah.
There's a season for that.
Absolutely.
So what you are considering, how long have you been here in Vegas?
In Vegas, like in
Are you living here now?
No, I mean,
okay.
yeah, no, I mean, I'm living here now, but I like been here for 1 month.
1 month?
Yeah.
Oh, welcome.
Thanks.
You are new? Wow, I didn't know that.
I'm a newborn here.
Yeah, no, I knew you wasn't, but I didn't know how long.
Right.
And so what do you think? Because we just talked about Atlanta.
Right.
And I saw like a little fire in the eyes, like the furnace in the stomach kicked on. It's like, that might be some fire there. Do you think there might be something there? Or are you digging into have your roots here? Because knowing how you are a performer now,
Right.
you could easily, I'm sorry to all the other Michael performers and, but you might be taking some spots pretty soon. If you choose to stay here in
Right.
Vegas. So is that like the
I
plan
can-
or Atlanta?
I can tell you what. I can tell you for sure that I really like here. I mean, I like here. Yeah. I mean,
I'm glad.
no, not in a bad way.
No,
or
no, no,
like,
I
in a way
know.
Like,
I know, I
mean,
know.
I really like here.
And that's great.
Yeah.
And that's great for me as a fan and hopefully a new friend.
Right.
It's great for you
Yeah.
because and it's great for all the people that want to come to live shows
Right.
and see you do what you do.
Yeah.
But it's not great for a lot of these performances going to be out here.
I'll tell you what. Honestly, I've seen here some really, really decent singers and dancers, and I really like that here. I mean, the level of performances are pretty much high. Like it's high quality.
Okay, yeah, I've seen one of the Michael shows.
Yeah.
No one really did Michael, but they had all of the all of the people around
Right.
them.
Yeah.
And they had Michael like on the screen. So
Oh yeah, I know.
I think that was Cirque du
one
Soleil.
or Cirque du Soleil. Yeah.
that was at the
Mandalay Bay.
yes, that was
Yeah.
at the Mandalay Bay. That was really cool.
Yeah.
But I'm curious of what you can do. After seeing that, I would go and pay several times
Oh.
buying a ticket to see you do Michael live.
Oh.
I'm just telling you the truth. After seeing you perform and then knowing you, and
That's really, really
it
kind.
reminds me of Michael.
That's very nice of you. Thank you.
So I'm like, is that the goal, or do you have
Yeah,
things in
that-
place to be able to do that?
Well, Michael, you know what? First, I just want to show people here what is. I mean, I want to perform like with real soul. on stage here because I know that people gonna take it. I know that they know what I mean here when I'm talking through the way I move and when I'm talking through the like way I sing and the way I feel on a stage. Here, people are very, and again this word, they can embrace it, right?
They feel it. The
Yeah.
emotions, they get it.
Yeah, they get it.
Vibrations that you're putting out.
Yeah.
The frequency is like, wow, I
Absolutely.
that.
Yeah. So I know that they gonna get it what I mean here, and I just really want to make a real tribute show here, like a tribute show that, I mean, I mean, of course, like money talks, but the thing is that it's much better when an artist talk for real and money talks as well. Like maybe it's kind of like old school, but old school worked better as to me
Right.
in terms of their quality.
Right.
Yeah.
Your actions speak louder than your words.
Yes, sir. Yeah, absolutely. It's much better to act than to
Then talk about it.
chat.
Everybody
Yeah.
is talking about it, saying
Too
I can
much
do something.
nowadays.
And then don't know how to do it, and they go on YouTube it the night before and come to the job like, I thought I could do it,
Yeah.
and you've already paid them. I've had that happen before. So yeah, that's why we were talking earlier. I was asked to go on stage, and I
Yeah.
was just like, nah, because it's got to be right.
Right.
I'm not trying to. I love the craft. I love the art so much. I don't want to give a bad interpretation of my art to the
Right,
world if
right.
it's not ready, if I'm not moving the right. You.
Yeah.
There's time for that.
True.
Work on it right now,
True.
and then present greatness instead of presenting
Yep.
mediocreness.
Yep.
And it's too much of that.
Absolutely.
So-
Absolutely. And yeah, I mean, I'm just, but apart from like the show that I want to be, and I want to like to give like a real one, because I know I have like some ideas in terms of like how it can be, and all like the details I've had like in my head. So I really think that it may work. We're gonna see. But at the same time,
Well, hold on,
like,
before you go on to that,
Yeah,
I know
sure.
you want to do the show.
Yeah.
My question is, because now my mind is going.
Right.
I know some people with some money.
okay.
How much would it cost to put a show together the way that you want to do it? I know people who have stages in casinos that's looking to do shows.
Yeah. Well,
We know people like that. So how much would it cost to put a show together?
Oh.
Because we might be able to get the money and not delay this thing.
well, I mean, like, it's not too much, but
Like I'm just trying to get a ballpark figure, so maybe we can raise it.
well, well, first it depends on the place we're gonna rent, because like rent, it varies. It varies. So I think that but if we like talking about the costumes, if we like talking about the dancers and the back vocals.
Yeah, I know that's a lot. I'm sorry to ask you even that. I
No,
didn't
no,
even
no, no.
think about all those.
No, I mean like
things.
about like the bass player, yeah, the drummer and stuff. Like I don't know,
The
like,
band, the stage, the costume set, the lights,
Yeah.
the sound. And
Yeah, I mean, well, it's gonna cost something, but it's gonna get,
things like 200,000 or more.
I think less, definitely less. Yeah, much less.
Okay.
Yeah, but we're gonna get a lot of it, a lot out of it. So,
Oh, you're gonna
because
100 times over.
the
make
thing is that I just saw rather in Philly, in New York, in Vegas, in LA, I saw the shows, and I mean, given that those shows, I mean, they're fully packed at most. I think that the show gonna has its fame pretty fast, to be honest. I mean, I won't tell it if I like wasn't sure about that, but
Right.
it just really needs this very first step to be done. Like it just needs a team, a crew, and it needs this first exposure to an audience. Just one, only one, gonna be pretty much enough to make it roll.
Only one show?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna be pretty much enough to make to so like it's gonna go higher and higher like very fast.
Especially if you have the right press and
Oh, yeah.
everybody there to come.
Yeah, yeah. The right people, right press, of course. Like it goes without saying.
I'd love to be a part of it any way I can to help shine a light. I'd love to do that.
I would love.
I'd love
as
to.
well.
I'm posting. I'm sorry. I got to do this, y'all. You know, I would love to even maybe you do the show and have it. You can reach the world live pay-per-view,
Yeah.
and have people pay to see it. You know, maybe start it like the how Chris Rock did on Netflix. We can do the live,
Right.
and be across the world. Then after that, if they want to see it, you know.
Yeah.
it's-
That's a nice idea, by the way.
and people who come to Vegas can see it live, and then people around the world can go and see it. And you're making money and revenue from 2 different streams now.
So this is the way your brain works, yeah? Yeah, okay.
It's
So
always
Business
it's
Leo
different.
is here. Okay. Hello, sir. Okay.
Yeah, but the bad part is you gotta have. I think like this all the time, and that's the bad part. I don't sleep well. I don't. You know, I like having the TV on because when the TV is off, I'm hearing 1,000 different things, ideas, voices, and it's like.
I think
So I need to focus on one thing. So I put on the TV, and then as it comes down, I'm focused. And I'll go and I'll work on other things. Or I'll just have the TV turned down, and I'm working on something.
this is so strange that you still haven't used it in a full power as a gift. Because like as a gift, sometimes, as we know, gift is a curse at the same time. Unfortunately. No,
No, I get it.
no, I mean, like, yeah, it may sound like very like big and stuff, like from like a movie or like very cheesy, like but it's true because like sometimes a gift can be a curse, and but that's definitely a gift. What?
Okay,
What you have,
I've
yeah.
never heard that before, nor did I ever feel it was.
Okay.
But it just is. So I'll receive it.
Yeah.
And then transition it and change my thinking about it.
Right.
Because when I'm doing that, it's so many different things and ideas, and people like just one thing at a time. I'm like, you have that rush. I need to get this before I die. I got so much out there, and I'm looking for people to try to help. And I throw something and they
Right.
let it fall, and it's just like, So I got to do everything.
Right.
Everything that I'm doing. I would love to be more behind the scenes and have somebody run the podcast, but because I have a network and trying to get sales and all this other stuff. But to show people that it's possible, I have to do it. So I had the talk show to do that, and I have the very last interview with Louis Anderson, the great Louis Anderson before he passed. I had
Wow.
the very last interview with Ed Asner, 7-time Emmy Award winner, before he passed, and still people haven't seen it yet. They don't know.
Right.
And now I'm interviewing you. I've interviewed some great people.
Yeah.
I'm just building and going, and then when the right people come along to get this bus going, then I can say, okay, here, hand that, and I'll have 10 shows behind me, and
Very true, yeah.
I want to have so many things. Movies, I have movie ideas, but I can't do these things unless you have the people in place.
Can you tell that it's like fortunately or unfortunately that you have to do like the first steps, like the hardest steps on your own, like
Very much so, and that's frustrating because I know what I know, but I don't know what I don't know. And then as you're going, you're like, why is it not happening? And I just don't know. But that's the process.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
once you
yeah.
figure it out and you open a box, you're like, But I want it to be like, just step on it, open it, and let's go. I don't have time.
I really like your energetic, positive take to the matter.
But I'm trying to bring it in,
Yeah.
and then say, okay, it's me against me. If you want this, you have to put the time in.
Yeah.
How much time you mad because you don't know how to do this? Be honest with yourself. How much time did you really put into it?
Yeah.
And then when you put the time in, how focused were you on it? You can have it in front of you
True,
and all
yeah.
out and be busy, and you still don't get it. You're not focused. We talked about it earlier. I have to be intentional
Yeah.
with your time. Time is a new currency, and as you start to get older, you realize that you got more time behind you than in front of you. So what does the remainder looks like, or what would I like it to look like?
Yeah.
And then from there, you make the decisions on how to get to that road. It is always going to be changing. There's going to be obstacles, but you have to figure out, is this what I want? And then sometimes you have to compromise and say, okay, be present in the moment. Because this is a gift. I'm not going to get this moment back. So my biggest thing is a lot of times for instance, what's today? Thursday. Wednesday.
Okay.
I'm learning Spanish. So I have to get up in the morning. I still go to the 9 to 5 and all of that other stuff. So I'm getting up and doing my Spanish class, an hour Spanish class before I have to go. So at 7 a.m., I'm doing the Spanish class. At 8, I had a meeting. Actually, I didn't go to work that day. I had a meeting because I have a comic book series. I'm working on issue number 2. And then I had a really big meeting, industry meeting about getting more reality TV shows on the network. And then I go and deal with this, and I'm calling mama. But at the same time, when I finished the class, did the meeting, came out, and I had to get ready to run to the other meeting, and my mind is working on other things. My wife had already made breakfast for me.
Right.
And here, sit down, honey, and have something before you go. And I'm so grateful, but I'm thinking about this. And can you do the advertisements for Tijan? And we do it. And then I didn't take the time to be present with her. You prepared this for me. First of all, just that alone, somebody taking their time to cook something and make something for you and hot so that you could have nourishment and food.
Right.
And then you sit down, it's in front of you, and you're still busy and you're on the phone and all that. Whoa, take time. How much time? You're going to be gone the rest of the day and not coming back until tonight. How much time are you spending with your partner, your life, your love, your wife, you know?
True.
Be present. All of that other stuff is going to be there. And I had to be like, oh, wow. And so we're always working, always going, but I forgot the point that I was making, so I'm trying to figure out how to get back to where I was. Crash. I'm sorry.
You were just somewhere else, but we all really like the place.
Yeah, I went somewhere. I was saying that to say tying it in, but I went a little too far.
No,
I got
too far?
deep. I'm sorry.
Deep maybe, but definitely not far at all. Yeah.
But being present. So
Right.
where are you now present in your art? I know you want to do the show.
Right.
Are you recording your own music? Do you have music?
Oh, yeah.
That's out?
Yeah, sure. That's out? No, not yet, because I have to. I'm planning to shoot a second music video this month, and the first one is ready, and the album is ready as well. I mean, there are 15 songs there, and the thing is that I just want to. There is no point to put out any song.
It's a good time for you to launch your video because you have an outlet now. I mean, it is a great song. It's a good music video, too.
Thanks.
I like the way you think.
So,
no matter what you do,
Yeah.
shows, music videos, dance videos, whatever, you have a home at the Taija Network.
Yeah.
That's what Taija means, tying all generations together for the purpose of entertainment.
Right.
And my goal is to help shine a light on artists and independent musicians,
Right.
dancers, or filmmakers, whoever. If HBO and Hulu and Netflix are not knocking at your door, well, I have the same capabilities
I
and the
remember,
same
yeah,
broadcasting.
yeah.
So I want to shine a light on you because it's not about me. And the bottom line, it's about we. And together, we can build something great
Yeah.
instead of me trying to make a shrine to myself. The world don't need another ego.
Right.
The world needs love. It needs someone to lend a helping hand,
Right.
and shine a light. You know, the first shall be last, and the last shall be first. Well, I'm tired of being last, and I'm making my way to the front.
Yeah.
I've never been last, thank God. I'm not going to speak that. I've been in the middle somewhere. Now
Right.
I'm wiggling my way up.
Right.
But I am just wiggling through life situations, not wiggling through peoples and opportunities.
Figured, yeah.
Because what's for me is for me, and nobody can take that away.
Okay.
So I'm not trying to jockey or transition for positions.
Yeah.
I just want to be a blessing. And I think that if I can help people, other people will help people, and we'll have a nicer world.
Community. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Because at the end of the day, we can't take the stuff with us.
Yeah,
And what
true.
did I put better in this world?
Yeah.
And it's all a decision in your mind. If you change your mind, you can change your life. That's what my book is about. If you don't like where you are, financially, physically, relationships, whatever it is, you're there simply from the decisions that you've made. So if you don't like where you are, you can't stay in the same place and do the same thing, expecting a different result, because
Yeah.
that's insanity.
Yeah.
But you have to know where you want to go before you get there. You can't say, man, I want to go to Disney World, but you ain't getting no car, you ain't got no gas, you ain't got no money for no ticket. You ain't even, if you start hitchhiking and you in Washington, D.C., and you walking towards New York, you're not going to get to Disney World because you're going in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
So the first thing is, whatever it is that you want in this life, you can actually achieve it and manifest it. But you have to first identify it. Be true to it. Say, okay, this is what I really want. How do I get it? What are the steps to get it?
Yeah.
Do I have to get a bachelor's degree, or do I have to, a nursing degree? Whatever
Right,
it is. Do I have to become a doctor? Okay, if you don't want to do that, you don't feel that's for you, let's change the vision.
Right.
What can I do? I want a house. Okay, I'm in an apartment, I want a house. We have to begin to not go to McDonald's and all these places, but save our money. Don't go to Starbucks and get a $5 latte. Get regular coffee and save
Yeah.
that and put that away. You
Right.
have to build structure. You have to be disciplined.
Yeah.
I can't go to the movies this week. I have to save this money. And then once you get the house, boom, now you can go to the movies and get the Starbucks and go wherever
Sure.
because you have that. And
Sure.
then you say, okay, well, I want what I want now. I want a nicer car. Okay, let's cut back again. Everybody's in the microwave generation, but you have to understand, and this is actually another book that I'm writing now because the other one is done. Delay does not mean denial. Don't mean you can't get it,
Right. Yeah.
but you have to. What are you willing to sacrifice to get it? Do you really want it? I really want this. Okay, you got to get up at 4:30 every morning. You got to run for an hour. You got to study. I got to do all that. Do you really want it?
Yeah.
If you want it, you're going to have the eye of the tiger. You're going to get up and do what you need to do because this is what I want. If it's not really what you want, you're not going to have that fire or that energy or desire to do it. It's a mindset. Most people are working on outdated software.
Yeah. But again, you have to have a certain mentality and a certain power of that mentality to be able to reconstruct you, because mostly you were talking about the partial reconstructing of your brain to shift it to some kind of and have a different interest or a different way to reach something. Not everybody can do it. I mean, that's pretty tough. but definitely like that's one of the like main point to be able to. I mean, if you can do it, you can do a lot of things in your life, honestly, and potentially you also can to. I mean, like you can to arrange everything the way you want, like in a perspective. If you are able to do such things with your mind, if you are able to set your mind to something and to change your perspective to some things, that definitely first is talks about you as a like pretty, I mean, strong personality, having like strong personality. And the second one is that because the hardest part is to control yourself, to control what you want, when you want, how you want to reach it, to set goals and stuff. And if you can do
But
it,
that's the hardest part. I don't find it hard
if it's not hard for you,
controlling myself. Like I want this. I'm always putting myself and
Yeah.
the things that I want
yeah,
on the side to make sure others have and their needs are met first.
Yeah.
But I'm a father. I've been a husband a long time.
okay.
You know.
Okay.
I'm not saying that I was always
Long, it's how long if it's not a secret?
I'm sorry.
For long, it's how long if it's not a secret?
It's not a secret. What I'm saying is, I've been a husband a long time. Now, I'm not saying I'm well at it because I'm on the second time around.
Okay. I got it.
This is marriage number 2. You know,
Well, it's not number 10.
it's not number 10.
Definitely, and not number 3.
No. And the first one was we were together 28 years.
Oh, wow.
28 years. After 28 years, we said, So that was hard. But now I'm in year. Why do I put myself in these situations? I'm in year 2.5.
2.5.
Somewhere about 2 3/4.
Yeah.
June will be 2.5 years
Okay.
married. Together.
Okay, yeah.
But I've always been, father, husband. So you have to make sure that they have their needs.
I
met
like what you
first.
said, like for a long time.
Well, you think
That's
28 years is a long
very,
time.
that's
Right out of
that's
high school.
long time. That's not just long time. That's long time.
That's a long time to say after that time you'd be like, yeah, I'm done.
Yeah,
That's hard.
Because I mean, I've been for 10 years, but you've been for 29 years. I mean,
That's
just
long.
wild. That's
High
wild.
school.
From high school.
So, but that's life.
Wow.
And that's the hard part. You have to take the I think Jermaine Jackson said it, you take the bitter with the sweet. Easy come, easy go.
Yeah.
Don't take it personal.
Wow.
Life is a journey. Life is unexpected, but life is for the living. And so I'm not dead yet, so I have to just take all of these lessons. Because of that 28 years
Yeah.
and losing everything, I had built the house. I lived 7 minutes door to door from Shaquille O'Neal. I lived 5 minutes away
Wow.
from Vince Carter from the Orlando Magic, or
Right.
President Barack Obama. Had a house, had a fundraiser at his house there in the neighborhood. I lived in the same neighborhoods down the street from Gilbert Arenas. He plays basketball.
Yeah.
And he was overseas. They filmed Basketball Wives in my neighborhood. I was behind Magic Kingdom. You see the Magic Kingdom fireworks every night. Windermere, Florida. Thought I had it all.
Can I have one question?
Yes, sir.
Was it like the very moment when you really felt that you have to and should change and shift your life perspective? Or was it like a year before and it was all leading to it and you like made it like over time? Or it was like, okay, like you got to this point, like this happened and now I have to change. So, I mean, like, was it like preliminary, like beforehand, or you just like decided to change right after all this like situation, like after 29 years?
I was driving a car
Okay.
full of dynamite at 180 miles an hour when I crashed and burned my former life. It was, bam. Everything crumbled down. Everything changed. Holy crap. What do I do now?
Oh wow.
what do you do? That is for, that's, I went through a lot,
Right.
but that is why you see Words Matter now with John Maurice. I was strong. Leo was my way, the highway. I'm John Maurice. You don't know. Better ask somebody, I was still me. I was still kind and loving and providing and all of that stuff. But the turn for me, it started with a fall.
Mm-hmm.
I traveled the world.
Mm-hmm.
South Africa. I've been to Oxford, England. I've been to London. 3 weeks in Paris. I've been to Paris twice. All over traveling for the purpose of love
Mm-hmm.
in ministry.
Mm-hmm.
And I ended up getting hurt. And I couldn't do it no more. And I had to leave.
Oh, you had to leave.
And so I moved to Florida and started over again.
Mm-hmm.
Then I had a series of car accidents. People who can't drive end up hitting me. 80% of my spine is fused. Mm-hmm. I have a spinal stimulator. I've had the carpal tunnel surgeries in both hands. You don't see these things, and I try not to move or look that way. Always in pain.
Are you serious with that?
Not only here, you can't see, but
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow.
the same thing going down there. They operated from C2 to T2, from the top of the neck to the shoulder blades.
You said several
Open up.
accidents?
Several.
How is that?
That's a whole nother story, but accidents, people can't
Oh,
drive.
my God.
7 spinal surgeries.
How did you manage, man?
It wasn't me.
Okay.
It's the energy and the power that comes in me. I can say it's only God. But through that process, you go through a depression. You go through a sadness. And why me? And, I was supposed to be this. And am I a man anymore? I almost try to learn how to walk
I
again.
perfectly know what you mean.
You get angry.
Yeah.
I was just leaving the singing and getting into stand-up comedy, and I was just getting my stuff going, and boom, again, because it took years. The first fall and the surgery, this one right here, was 2004. The surgery was 2006.
Right.
2009, I moved to Florida.
Yeah.
2015 accident, 16, and all the surgeries kept happening from there. Over 200 steroid injections.
Okay.
They put you under. Propofol is my best friend.
Yeah.
And so learning and being damaged and being hurt
Wow.
and being in so much pain, you had to, sometimes your family looked at you like, are you really hurt?
What do you mean?
And that's what the question would be. Yeah, I just had my surgery. My back was still open, and she was like, "You need to go get a job." But we were having issues, and so
What a...
no.
How was that?
No, she's a great person. That's the mother of my children. I'll never disrespect her. She is a beautiful human being. We sometimes go through things, and like I said, when you're in pain and you're going through all of these things and you're frustrated and you're questioning your manhood, can you be all of these things?
Yeah.
Sometimes you're nasty to people, or you snap because people are like, "Oh, you hurt?" Or yeah, or you feel like nobody gets you,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then you're going through a war, a silent war,
Yeah.
and nobody can hear the silent screams. Nobody knows what's really wrong. You're going through all these medications, all this stuff. So you say things, you're bitter, you're angry with God, and blah, blah, blah. And then I'm out. I want a divorce.
Mm-hmm.
When you think you have forever, you just built the custom-built house. You're all of this. This is love at its finest. I had an outdoor kitchen. I had my name that was in lights that lit up in the grill, refrigerator out there, fire pits, pillars. I had a beautiful, beautiful home.
Okay.
And then you lose it all. You got to sell it. What? Bitter. And then you realize that, man, if I could have just watched my mouth. You can say the right thing, but saying it at the wrong time can still do damage. And it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Yeah. Usually it.
How's you? I'm okay. You know, nobody
Yeah.
wants to be around that all the time, even if it's for a season. So when you ass out and you lost everything
Yeah.
and you're still in pain and you thought this could never happen to me, damn. Words matter.
Right.
And so you believe in creation. God spoke the world into existence, you know? How do we... You got to talk nice to people.
For how long you were alone after the divorce? Up to, I mean, 2 years?
3. It was 3. It was September... it was October 10th, 2018. That was like, I'm done! I moved to Vegas December 13th. It was 2 months after 2018. I've been here. The divorce was finalized, but I was already dating my current wife at that point. She's in Florida. I'm in Vegas. I was dating. And so it was like 3 years before I got serious with my current wife.
Wait a second. So you were not alone. You were not alone, right?
I was alone. For 2 years, I was alone. Then I met my wife.
Like literally alone, like without
Yes.
wife and like without.
Without a girlfriend, without a wife,
yeah.
alone. Yeah, I was dating in Vegas. It was horrible.
Why?
Because it was just horrible.
Cheap?
I lost a
Unreal?
lot of money. No.
Yeah. Okay, I got it.
From. I can't believe I'm gonna say this. Lord, I'm not gonna say that.
Okay.
I went through a lot of money.
Okay. Okay.
After I sold my house and I had my thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. How was the first year?
Hard.
Yeah.
Hard. Actually,
Yeah.
how I changed, I had to for actually 3 years. For 3 years or a little bit longer, and still to this day, what I had to do was find out who was I before I met my ex.
Oh wow.
So I had to go back to go forward.
Yes,
I had to
sir.
go back to the beginning,
Yeah.
the prequel.
Yeah.
So the time period from 92 to 2018, every movie, TV show, music,
Yeah.
anything that would remind me of us, deleted.
Yeah.
I would not watch movies or certain things that we did. I went back to watch old TV shows when I was a kid and remember who I was again, so I wasn't bitter from the love and what makes me love again. What's me? You know, all the old stuff. So I still watch a lot of the old stuff.
Yeah.
And then I had to come to current day and build myself up. And I had a coming to the roads minute with myself, with little John Maurice and myself. And the common theme was I was always being left alone.
His name is John Maurice
See,
as well.
that's my name.
Yeah. No, your son's name.
No, I don't have a son. I said I had
Oh,
to
little Jo-
come,
oh, I got it, yeah, I got it,
my
I got it.
virtual little self,
Right.
and tell my little self that no matter what, no matter who was not there or gone, and you was shifted from all these different places and all these things, the one thing that's been consistent is me. So I'm not gonna let you fail. I got you. And at that point, we came into one transition, and then all of these things started to happen, and I started going on this road of love, of
Now,
peace, kindness,
now it all
searching.
definitely makes much more sense.
Yeah, when you're at the top and you fall all the way down, scrape
Now it
bruises and
definitely makes sense, yeah.
lose everything, you begin to say, damn, I need to be intentional with my words, my actions, what I say, so.
I mean, the fact that you were able to find the person who you are with right now and to heal, because we never know, 29 years after this one, where you gonna go, who you gonna find.
Right. But you know what? I wasn't ready. I wasn't even looking at it. We were happy. what happened was I understand now. I see how God placed things, and I see things how they happen even from when I was a little kid.
Right.
Things that was spoken. I'll be in different countries. I'm gonna own properties in different countries, and a lot of things. I'm like, how am I in different countries? How am I do that? I don't even know how to speak another language. Well, after going through what I went through, because the funny thing was, when I was getting married to my ex-wife, the bishop who was going to marry us would not marry us. He said, "That's not your wife." I said, "What you talking about, Willis?" I said, "You don't understand that reference." But I said, "What you talking about, man? That's my boo. What you talking about?"
Yeah.
He said, "No, I see your wife, and that's not her." I was like, "Well, she got my baby. That's my wife." He didn't marry us. We had our honeymoon, everything set. We went on our honeymoon.
Yeah.
That's how we ended up in Florida. We went to Florida on our honeymoon.
Yeah.
Loved Florida, so we always wanted to go back. Took time to get there. The bishop wouldn't marry us. A year later, I was still working close with him. I traveled all over the world with him. He said, "Well, you're going to be living like that. I might as well just go ahead and marry you. This is what you want? Okay, I'll marry you." Married us, and I was just determined, I'm going to prove you wrong. And the whole time, but there's little things that kept coming up or bring back to your memories.
Yeah.
And then when it all fell apart, I was just like, just mad because they were right or this happened. But it was me. But coming around again, I was just being a player. I just was like, I'm doing my thing. When I met my wife, she didn't speak English. And we learned to communicate. She's from Colombia.
Okay.
She came here to learn English so that she can go back and make a better job and living for herself.
Yeah.
We met, and we just never left each other. I could understand her. We just took time, and she felt like home. It was familiar. It was other women I would go out with and go on dates. It was like, have a good time, or you just spend some money. But she felt like home, and I felt I had to protect her. And so year go by, and she was like, I got to leave the country. What are we doing? Well, I guess we're getting married. And I heard a voice. I was wrestling. I just got divorced. I done lost half. I'm trying to build up. I'm going to take half of what I got now. It was like, you ain't got nothing. So I remember I was in the gym. We were working out, and I was looking at her. And I was just thinking, should I do this again? And I heard a voice, and it said, "It's okay." I said, "Okay." And I did it. And now I'm learning Spanish. Well, July 28th, we're going to Colombia for a month.
Yeah.
We're now expanding. She helps me in the business. This is bone of my bone, rib of my rib. This is my partner.
You're a completely different person right now, yeah?
Completely.
Yeah.
It's funny, and I learned to. That's why I said in the beginning, I preserve my energy now. I've wasted a lot, but as fire is still there.
Yeah.
But it has to be intentional.
Yeah,
When it's
you
time to
just
strike.
became wiser and more experienced. So definitely, yeah.
So that's the goal: always learn and always to get better and evolve. Because no more wasted seasons.
Yeah.
Now's the time. Be present. Let's focus.
And you know what? I've just noticed that the older you get, the more you get it. Because for me, when I was 22, 25 or something, yeah, I was just not even here, somewhere else for sure.
But see, that's the gift of life. The young should talk to the old.
Yeah.
And the old should talk to the young. We need each other.
Oh yeah.
Because when you have, KRS-One, I just saw him say this the other day, and it was just brilliant. He said he's a rapper, an old school rapper from the 80s, one of the founding fathers of it.
Yeah.
He said, when you are young and you speak to someone older, you're so much more advanced than the other young kids around you because you're getting knowledge from the future.
Of course.
You'll know how to talk to a young lady. You'll know how to, So it would benefit the youth to talk to the older generation. But at the same time,
Vice versa.
it benefits the older generation to talk to the younger generation, because then the younger generation will move. The older generation will move faster around
They
their
won't lag
peers, the
behind.
older people.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you look at an older person, you be like, why are they moving? They got pep. They dress like all night. You know, they're not dressing like an old person with sweaters, because they are tapped into the youth. So
Right.
we all are present and not expiring, you know? And so that's the gift. But we have to understand that we need each other in order to survive, to stay relevant, and to stay living.
Looks like you really just became a constructive thinker.
Very much.
Yeah, extremely constructive thinker, because like the way you like explain everything, it sounds very bright. I mean, it sounds like
Thank you.
very like in a sense of like, you know, it's wise. It's pretty wise. It's felt that it's like experienced, something that like you've experienced, and it sounds bright. Like the main point is
Thank
that
you.
like you just try to really make like the best out of your life right now, and even not out of, like as I like mentioned before, it's not only about you, it's about others. And as I told you back then, that what you're doing right now is a really really respectful thing, because and even like you mentioned that you pay, not like you are paid like for that, like you pay like sometimes extra to make something, to create something. Yeah. So like, which means, and given that you doing you do it not only for yourself but for like others as well. I mean, that's a kind of a blast, you can tell. I mean, you just try to bring to this world something really nice, like, which is rare. Though you have to experience a lot of stuff, and I mean, you got back. You had like that power to get back somehow, like after.
Yeah, there was
'Cause,
crazy
like,
times. Many times I
It,
went to
it wasn't
turn
even a
it over.
friend. It was a first girlfriend that, I mean, you were like together from the very childhood, like you can tell, almost, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And it's a funny story. How I ended up with her was a broken heart. But I'm very good friends with the very first girl that I actually asked out and dated. And, you know, she's beautiful.
Yeah.
And we were great friends to this day. I know her children. I just bought Girl Scout cookies from her for her child.
Yeah.
And she lives in Jersey, and I'm in Vegas. They send me the stuff. I just pay and just help any way I can. And with my ex, it's all about, there's no more time for, what's the word I'm looking for? Just having grievances and stuff like that.
Grievances.
It, being angry with people and having, you know, what's the word, Matt? What's the word when you have an issue with somebody and you're mad? You
Grudge?
Just, a grudge.
A grudge. Okay.
Confrontation.
Confrontation. Yeah, you just
Argument.
no more time for that.
Yeah.
You choose to be offended. So I'm at the point now where I don't choose to be offended. You say something, okay, all right. Is that what you feel? That's what you think? Okay, I'm sorry you feel that way. If there's a way that I can do something to help change your mind and we can have a friendship and a genuine connection, great. If not, I'm not for everybody. And at that point, what you think of me is none of my business. All I can do is do the best I can to be a good person, be loved, and be fair and kind to you. And then if you take it and be like, nigga, whatever, then okay.
Right.
At that point, I don't receive that anymore. I'm doing all I can. I can't take that. I don't want confrontation. You win. Whatever it is you want, done. I'm out. And I'm moving on.
That's a real Leo. Yeah. Yeah.
I fight when I have to fight. And when I fight, if I'm fighting, you better believe I'm going for the jugular. It is nasty.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try to end it quick.
Yeah.
I'm a martial artist, brown belt. I've been into boxing.
Okay.
In my car, I have the bamboo sticks
Okay.
from the big bamboo tree in the Philippines. I know how to twirl.
How I know to be scared of you.
20. I Pamiko Filipino martial arts. This Wing Jitsu. I know 27 different knife attacks. If I was going to choose, if I had to fight,
Yeah.
just give me a small knife. I'll have it here. Just two. I'll be Wolverine. Box you.
So you
I
like-
can stab you. I
You got it all. So you,
I was very athletic, martial arts, taekwondo, boxing, wrestler. I was a wrestler from 6th
the
grade to 12th
fire.
grade.
Yeah.
But after you get hurt, you're like, oh, and you have to transition the way you move, the way you adjust. There's things that I do.
Yeah.
I'm conscious of my body, when I can go, when I can't stop. I don't have a problem if I'm walking down the street or if I'm in the store and my back said, I have to stop. I'll be in a grocery store I can be, that wasn't correct English. I can be in a grocery store in a grocery line waiting. I don't have a problem squatting. Just on my tippy toes, but just squatting. I'm still looking like this, but I'm just on a different angle. But I have to do what's best for me and for my body. People might be looking like, what is he doing? I'm minding my business, and I'm doing what I need to do to then get to the next step. So I know how to operate my body transition.
You have those traumas, those like after like operations and some consequences out of the operations, I figure. I have an injury as well, but it has to do more with the nerve peripheral system, like you call it, right? So what I'm asking, because did psychologically your injuries had an effect on your mental in
Yes.
terms of your confidence? Like, if let's say you have to fight, if let's say you have to protect someone or yourself, did it like psychologically like have an impact like on your mental?
It had an impact on my mental as far as even creatively.
Oh,
After the few surgeries, 2016, after I finished, being on the improv and stuff like that in Orlando, I was hurt, and I had to figure it out. I couldn't write music. I couldn't do anything. I had to clear my mind. I was on Adderall.
wow. For how long? If it's not a secret, of course.
No, for years I still use it when I need it, when needed, and focus and all of that stuff.
Okay.
But it was hard. Now, as far as and becoming a new normal and trying to get my mind back right, that was a process. But as far as physically and being aggressive,
Yeah.
if something's happening, I am more to try to diffuse the situation.
So did he? Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if that is not the case, that the adrenaline pumps in and it overtakes the
I got
physical.
it. Yeah.
So I can open up a can of whip ass. It's got to be quick though.
Yeah.
Because if we go in 3 rounds, brother might be going down. But it's going to be quick.
Yeah.
But when your adrenaline is pumping, that's what happens. And afterwards, you're like, oh my God, my back, So, but I don't want to do that because I may jump up and they might be like, pop, pop, and I'm just down and I look stupid. So let's diffuse the situation first.
Nicely put it. Just to, I won't like bother you like.
No, you can ask me anything. I was supposed to be asking you, but go ahead.
Nonetheless, so just to specify, it turns out that those injuries and those car accidents happened after you moved to Florida, you said?
Correct. First
Yeah.
one happened in Jersey.
And- yeah.
It was a fall.
Yeah.
And then after that, accident.
And you moved to Florida because you got divorced.
No. I moved from Jersey with my family, and we built the home and had everything.
In Florida.
In Florida, from
Okay.
Jersey.
Yeah.
When we got divorced
Yeah.
and had to sell everything in Florida, I moved to Vegas.
Okay, got it. When all those accidents happened to you, like after or during your marriage?
During the marriage,
During the marriage.
that was 2012 to 2016.
Were you well supported?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
My ex was amazing.
Okay.
At the end, it was, I'm tired of your crap, and it was just whatever. But she has always been supportive. Has never been.
One of the main questions now, like, have you had like any contact with your ex right now, like for all this time, or you've never like talked like anymore?
After I left in 2018, I would go back and I would stay at her place to visit the kids and
Yeah.
see, So we had a great relationship.
Oh, wait a moment. So you had a kid? You had kids?
We have
you
two girls.
kids? Two girls.
Two girls. Yeah, they're both grown, college graduated. They're doing amazing.
How old are they? If it's not a secret.
My oldest, Aaliyah,
Yeah.
she's 27 now, and my baby, Sydney, she is 22.
How old are you, woman? What's going on here?
I told you I started
There's
early.
some kind of magical thing is going on, Oh my god. That's okay. Okay. Wow. Wow.
Clean living. I didn't start partying until I moved to Vegas.
Dude. Really?
Yeah,
No.
I was Carlton Banks. It's not unusual.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I was good. I was a cool kid, popular, all of that. But yeah, didn't really drink, and then.
Wow.
2015, 14, 15, my wife and I, because we was raising kids early and all that stuff. Then once the kids were in high school and able to stay home by themselves, then we started going out and partying together and going to clubs. And we were both kids and didn't get a chance to party. So as an adults, we started getting up and starting to party. And then I had the accidents, and then things happened, and
So
then I moved to Florida, and I turned into Rick James. No, I was playing.
no, I mean, stupid question still on my end, because like, I mean, now that's clearly obvious why. Well, not why, where all this uniqueness come from, because like you were how old were you when you got married? Or no, it's
I was in high school, senior freshman. I was 18 when we met, and when I lost my virginity to my ex, and I was. She was.
It doesn't.
20, I was 23. when I met her.
Okay, and
I was 21, 22 when we first had our daughter.
wow.
My wife was in, my ex-wife, she had just went into college her freshman year. So by the closest to the middle of that middle semester, she had to come out. So then we have to work and all that stuff. And so then, thank God, we got on track a few years later, and she was able to go to college while, I'm working. She's working, but she's going to college, and we're doing the family thing.
Yeah.
It's life. I lived many different lives.
Well, for 29 years you've been living. I mean, I don't know about like some aspects, but we won't bring them up for now. But yeah, but no, I mean it has to do it has to do with marriage and with like relationships, but sometimes some like different things may happen accidentally. But what I'm talking about, that like for 29 years, I mean, you're mostly were a family man, right?
Very much so. Still to this day.
I mean, for your almost like whole life. I know only one person, like from that like very age to be with someone. No, you're the first one actually, because like he was about 15 or 16 years with her wife, and they had 2 kids. But your case, it's just 29 years, and you got divorced when it was 2008, 18 or 17. You
They
said?
didn't go through until 2021. We separated, we sold the house, and we split. I moved cross country. She stayed in Florida, but it took that long going
That's
through the
paper-wise,
courts.
you mean? Like that's
Paper wise,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
For it to be final, it was almost 3 years, and then shortly after, a few months later, what? But it all happens. It's all part of the journey. And
Look at him.
and I wouldn't change anything, baby. I love you, baby. You know? And so now I'm learning Spanish. I'm getting ready to go to Colombia. I have a great family over
Yeah.
there. I'm going to be dual
You
citizen,
do full life,
dual
yeah.
residence. And we're getting ready to travel the world. My teacher's in Barcelona, Paris.
Yeah.
We're going.
Right.
We're going places, and we're going to take this on the road
You have,
and create the universe we want.
you definitely both have this positive energy because.
And she's a Leo. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. She's a Leo.
Oh my God. Oh wow.
And she's more Leo than I am. She's July 28th. I'm the very end, the 21st
Yeah.
of August.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, so far everything you told me is pretty rare. Like almost like something like near like the book of a genius, like Genius Records, like somewhere there. Because no, I mean like the way like you talk. I mean everything that happens to you is pretty rare.
Really?
Yeah. I mean.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a rhetorical question, I think, but okay.
I just live it, so I don't know, and I don't get into people's business, so I don't know if it's rare or if it's not. I just know it's my experience.
Come on, you know it. You know it.
I don't honestly.
I know that you.
Honestly, the crazy thing is,
Yeah.
I desire friends. I don't have any. It's just my wife and I. And my friends, my daughters, I call them. They come here, we visit. You know,
Yeah.
my mother, Matt is my friend. Matt is my,
That's the same.
Matt is my, yeah.
What, I ain't your friend?
Yeah, I was,
mess with you.
but outside of Matt, he's my producer. He worked on the other show with me. Now, anywhere, anything that I'm doing, this is the guy I deal with,
Right.
and forever. I'm loyal.
Right.
But yeah, I don't have anybody to just say, let's go grab a drink. Or let's hang out. Let's play the PlayStation. Let's get some music. Let's jam or whatever. Anytime.
Yeah.
Yeah, anytime. You come to my house, it's warm, it's candles, it's inviting. You got pictures of lions everywhere, the two lions. It's
You just felt your real nature. Is that right, my friend?
what was crazy is my old apartment, Matt, you can tell me, it's I didn't even realize that I did it.
Okay.
And my still to this day now.
Yeah.
My bedroom then and my bedroom now was all purple. I have a big bed and it's got the purple comforters and all of that. Just
Oh yeah,
purple.
definitely purple. There's a lot of purples and
very-
colors.
Right.
in there.
Very interesting.
But in my living room and dining room, it's modern, but I didn't even realize it. It's a lot of earth tones, tan, brown, gold, gray. And I just realized I was looking around and all the pictures of the lions and all of these things. And I was like, man, this is like my lion's den. Because you got the gold and the lion. I got the crowns on the wall and pillow crowns. I
Look
have.
at you, like definitely just really. I mean, like you know who you are, right? Like because
The sad part is, what I desire the most is I wish that people could know me from the inside out. You ever feel? I had the same pastor bishop that wouldn't marry me. I traveled and worked with him for a long time. He said to me, "It never left me." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" He said, "You think you're greater than you actually are." And that's devastating. That's hard because I think I'm great. I don't try to act like I'm great,
yeah.
but I think that I have something to offer. I think there's greatness in me. And I feel like I never really had the chance. I feel like in another period in time, I could have been a king. I could have been royalty. That's why I'm drawn to the purples and the fuchsias and even the fuchsias. It's horrible to even think about it because when you think about the apostolic church, they wear white. And I'm very spiritual in that sense. Not necessarily saying I'm doing the Bible and all that stuff. I believe,
Right,
yes.
right.
But I'm drawn to that fuchsia, and that is like my symbol color. But do you know where that came from in the church? When the priests or the parishioners, whatever you want to call them, were wearing white, they were out there being killed, and the Romans,
Yeah.
and they would get eaten up by the lions. They had the white, and then when the blood splattered on the white, you would see it turn. The garments turn from white to the fuchsia, or the wine color, and everybody would roar because they loved the blood. So the priest began to take the fun out of it. So they changed their garments to the fuchsia color, so that even when the lions or they were getting killed, you wouldn't see the blood stain. And that's how they got the colors and the transition in. And that had always affected me, and that's always been my color. But why is it my color? I don't want to be crucified or killed or sacrificed, but partly my body has already been broken. But my mind and my heart is still strong. And we can have all of these things and get all of these accolades and all of this, but the Bible says the greatest of these is love. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
The accolades is what? Like, what does it mean?
Whatever, what the awards, the fame, the cars, the money, all of that stuff is a side effect. But we desire that more than we desire what's inside. The best things in life are free: friendship, love.
Yeah. True.
And you can't, when it's over and you're at your last moment, you're not going to be thinking about, man, that Mercedes I had. We said this to you earlier. It's going to be about who loved you. What did you leave in this world before? I wish I would have had more time.
Just like, to come to think about it, like, if you just really, think about it, that you don't, like, the best moments in your life that you've had, they stuck in your memories. But if you just analyze it, you just, like, come to realize that they have to do nothing with, like, at most with places, with things, with cars, with paper, in any kind of, like, paper you write or you spend, like, money, like paper, right?
Okay.
And the thing is that you're gonna remember persons. You're gonna, like, remember feelings and emotions that you, like, get and experience, and like, excitement and expressions that you got from a person, from, like, the moment, what he said, what she said. But definitely it's
about the experience.
Yeah,
that's what I call the journey.
Yeah,
and you meet someone, and it's like, how can I hold on to this friendship?
Right.
We're not meeting just to meet. There's a purpose. And so we have to follow our purpose and be intentional. And so what I want to do, I know we have to wrap up. So let's be intentional with shining more light on you and less about me. It wasn't supposed to be about me, but what's next, and where can people find you?
Well, people can find me on YouTube. Like, like by Michael Mori, Impersonator. And they can find me on Instagram. It's gonna be After the King Show.
After the King Show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like, that's my Instagram page, and I think that.
When can we hear the new music? And you want to sing something real quick as we're wrapping up?
Sure. I guess.
When is the new music? Do you have an idea of when? Is it later this summer? Is it next year?
I truly believe that it's gonna be this year. I'm not sure about the summer though, but it's gonna be this year for sure.
You have a title yet?
Still
working on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have something, but it's still a work in progress.
Okay, we're not going to ask you to release it. And if you want to sing something for us real quick, we need to probably, if you sound good, I'm going to be like, we should do a duet together, Because I sing too. Go ahead.
Well,
Let me hear something.
Maybe like Billie Jean. I don't know.
Go ahead. Yeah. Billie Jean, all right.
She was more like the beauty queen from a movie scene. I said, oh my, what do you mean? I am a one who would dance on the floor in a round. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, that was good. I like that. Wow.
That's amazing.
The tone, it was.
Oh, thank you.
Wow. Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Now the line is coming. I want a challenge. Now it's just show. But I love that. But yeah, I've never even tried to sing those. I do the softer ones.
Right.
Like Off the Wall.
Off the Wall is a beautiful song.
Yeah,
It's beautiful.
That's where I am musically now. I'm not
That's
Mike
cool.
with
That's
the Billie
really
Jean
cool.
because you know how talented. I don't know how Mike kept his voice with the. I would just lose it.
It's just rhythmical, but I think that you definitely have some rhythm on you.
I have rhythm.
Oh, yeah.
I have rhythm,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it is more like she's out of my life. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know whether to laugh or cry. I don't know whether to live or die. But the way that it stands, she's out of my hands. So I learned. But you
That's
can't.
sweet.
You can't put that on the radio right now.
That's sweet.
So you're trying to do that. People are like, boy.
Well, come on.
For me, that's been my experience.
Come on.
But again,
You're good.
not me. Thank you, but you are amazing. And I love
Thanks.
what you did there, you know? And I shouldn't have did it because my voice wasn't warm either. I'm sorry, people. Sorry up there in TV land.
No, he was beautiful. No, he was good.
But yeah, no, I'm more that. And I love what you did, man.
Much
Really
appreciated, man.
amazing.
Thank-
Everybody, he gave you his YouTube, he gave you his Instagram. Please go and see Michael Mori. Oh, sorry, camera one. Everybody, please go and check out Michael Mori, his YouTube page, his Instagram. He is now here in Vegas, and you will want to know when he is performing. The man is amazing, immaculate, and professional. All right? We'll see you soon. Anything else you want to say? One last word?
I mean, I just want to thank you and thank all the like team, all the people here, and I want to thank the audience and will watch us and to wish the best. I mean, because we live one life and we better like use it as efficient as we like can do it. You know.
100%.
And not waste time. Not just try to not waste any more time.
No more wasted seasons. Do it now. You don't know if your tomorrow will end.
Yeah.
You got to come back and push your music. And-
It's my pleasure.
And anything you need on the Taj Network, you know, put up videos, music videos, all of that stuff. It's power in relationships.
Yep.
We now have relationships.
Yep.
So it's not even an issue. You have a place to shine at the Taj Network.
Much appreciated.
Everybody, Mr. Michael Mori. Give it up for him. All right. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
You've been watching Words Matter with John Maurice. I'm John Maurice, and I will see you next time. Love always. Peace.
Words matter with John Maurice. Mm-hmm.